What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Dano Crypto. On this channel, we show you guys how to make simple, effective, and easy moves in the cryptocurrency ecosystem. So today, we got a market open stream. We're going to get right to it. We're going to go right to the charts. We got a couple stocks pumping on pre-market open, 16% on Coinbase here. And we're also going to go through some of those crypto-related stocks. And we're going to go into Palantir. We're going to talk a little bit about the Palantir hack, how that's going to connect in with kind of a massive surveillance. This is insane. We're going to talk about how Iran and U.S. are having their talks, their nuclear talks right now, and apparently they might be going well. So, okay, let's see. Let's hope that continues. Looming Supreme Court ruling for Trump tariffs. That's another thing, So, this is what is creating the narrative and price maybe, but also price makes the narrative. So it's all about that liquidity and the flow, because we all know all the stuff. It's just not like it's not like we don't know this is all happening right now, but we have some sideways action happening right now. We kind of don't know exactly where Bitcoin is going to go. It's at a pinch point. Some people think it's going to go to 40K. I'm a little more on the side that it could go to 80K before we go to 40K, because we have a gap to fill, CME gap. We have all this stuff, but then we've had for the past 6 weeks, 7 weeks, massive outflows. So it's got to stop at some point. And we have the e-files revealing a lot of things too. That's volatility. Then we have AI. And so there's a lot of catalysts that are attributing to the volatility. But we got to think, like, why are we here? So we had a deleveraging, wiped out 20% off Bitcoin in days. And then altcoins got wiped out in a matter of 45 minutes. 1010 was a major liquidation event that was caused by the USDE Athena stablecoin being depegged and causing massive cascading liquidation events across the markets. And so 4 straight weeks of outflows, like we said, or it was more than 4 straight weeks, as a total of 3.8 billion outflowed. So, but Supreme Court tariff ruling is going to be this Friday, potentially, February 20th, the expected volatility. And so, but here's the edge here. The funding rates are neutral to negative. Shorts are comfy. So shorts are comfy right now. And we're analyzing the data between the longs and the shorts, and it seems like what they did is they did wipe out a lot of those longs. If people came in on those prices over through the weekend at the top and then tried to long it, those got a little bit wiped out. But yeah, the shorts do seem comfy, and it's funny, if you guys remember from the previous cycle, Capo was like the talk of the town. Capo was the talk of the town, and so he's coming back. He reposted. He said everything is lining up for a massive short squeeze. So everyone was inversing Capo the last time, because Capo thought Bitcoin was going to 10K, but it ended up breaking up to 35 and then going into the ETF ETF cycle, and that's what gave us our price run of all-time highs. So instead of going to 10K from 16, we went to 35K. And, thousands of people that were following Capo and followed anything that he said kind of got wrecked. So, or they were just sidelined massively and had to, chase price. But what if Capo's right this time? Everything's lining up for a massive short squeeze. So let's see what's happening with Bitcoin right now. Bitcoin on the market open with the doji candle on the 10-minute. And we are sitting at the bottom of the VWAP, the value, the volume weighted average price right here. So it's kind of almost like a Bollinger Band. You think the VWAP is kind of almost like the Bollinger Bands, but it'll give us a little bit of data into where we've seen some resistance. You can see that nice swoop resistance line right here, kind of lining up with some of those candles on the 10-minute. And then you can see where we, yesterday, had some of that resistance at 69 at the top, and you can see where it's kind of forming this downtrend here, a little bit of this downtrend. And on the 10-minute, you can see forming a bit of a kind of it's a asymmetrical triangle. So what happens is it can pinch inside here, and there's two different directions it can go. Oh, down or up. That's pretty much it. So it's like, it's basically getting to this point right now, and we're at the market open. So this is where it's go time. You know, we got 67,300 for a potential bounce, and we also have 70K as the target of actually a little bit above 70K as the target, because really it's just it's at a decision point. You know, we're at this decision point. Are we going to have all of this FUD and the volatility and all the things that we just talked about on the intro? Will that cause people to go risk off? But when you think about it, you go risk off, what are you going to go into? Everything, the dollar sucks. Like, the dollar's getting absolutely crushed. If you look at the dollar, it's terrible. I mean, it's so bad. And if you look at the best way to look at the dollar is on the weekly. You can go to the weekly, and you can see how I feel like we're still in this buy zone for risk on assets. And then once we start to get down here, then we are going to go risk off, because then that's when people are getting very greedy. That's when greed is really going to start to come in, and it can be represented by the fear and greed index. And you can go to coinmarketcap.com, coinmarketcap.com. They're owned by Binance, guys. If you don't know, CoinMarketCap is very choosy of what they want you to see. It's because it's owned by Binance. Binance bought CoinMarketCap in 2021. They bought them a long time, 2020 actually, for an undisclosed price, because they want to control the perception and the narrative and make you think that BNB is what you should buy instead of Ethereum. Oh my gosh. But guess what, guys? Things are going back to Ethereum, going back to mainnet, baby. We're going back to basics, and the reason being is that you see the signals all over the place for Pepe. You know, Pepe is mining for diamonds, and people don't realize that, you know, reality is very ironic and funny. And if Dogecoin was able to do what it did in the previous cycle, you don't think Pepe can get to $69 billion market cap? You're sadly mistaken, guys. You don't have enough faith, or you don't believe enough. Do you even believe enough in yourself for Pepe to go to $69 billion? I don't know. But Pepe's for the people. Pepe is for patience. Pepe is power. Pepe is perception. And it's just a matter of time. So the thing that I'll you know, have the clout on this channel is that we were talking about Pepe for the past few weeks, and it's probably been the you know, the least talked about coin from all the big influencers and all the people that are shilling you garbage. And we've been making Pepe content for the past few years. And so we haven't given up on Pepe. We haven't given up on the thesis of Ethereum meme coins, because this is also another major catalyst going into the new money system. A lot of signals, or a lot of crumbs that you can look at, is how Vitalik has taken Ethereum privacy and Ethereum dominance very seriously going into these next 10, 15, 20 years. You know, how are we going to be operating in this new AI agent, AGI, you know, system where robots and AI agents are going to be, without prompts, doing stuff? They will be sending transactions. You can't do that. Like a robot and AI can't touch cash. And they're not going to be able to do it through the old antiquated banking system. It's going to be done through Ethereum. And it's going to be done through stablecoin and DeFi, and then through an institutional platform. And then also as what we've been doing with, for instance, something like Crow, Fulcrum, and VVS Finance. This is essentially, you can do this on a micro scale in your own stuff. So, you know, like, okay, risk off. What are you going to go into? Like, what do you mean risk off? Like, Ethereum is money. It's money. It's like when you realize that Ethereum is liquid money that you can literally transfer to any wallet, anywhere, wherever you want, and then swap it into an asset, swap it into a stable, put that onto a debit card if you have it linked up with whatever service you're using. Like I've been using MetaMask with Linnea because I can bridge it right into USDC Linnea and it just automatically tops up the debit card. It's just like an on-chain bank account. And that's not the only way you can do it, but there's so many different ways that you can get bullish on crypto, you know? Because, yeah, eventually, you know, price will go up and then the price makes the narrative. So, but yeah, so right now, looking like GME is about to pop. It's in a massive, look at what happened when we had this wedge. So if you see anything like this pattern, this bull flag pattern, you see this pattern and it's starting to hit the bottom of the wedge, dude, that's go time. Because that's reaccumulation of people who got down at the bottom here. And I'm using this chart as an example, the GME chart. For any chart you see with crypto stocks, it doesn't matter what the hell it is. You see this pattern or you see the Wyckoff accumulation pattern, which is basically this right here. It goes boom, bottom, lower bottom to fake you out, make you think it's over. And then what does it do? It goes right back to the dog here, flash, and then boom, goes right back up. Reaccumulation. Done. Done and done and done and done. And so that's that. You see those two patterns. This is an institutional accumulation grade trading against a log chart where they're seeing it macro. They're doing the same thing with Bitcoin right now. And I think a lot of these stocks that are crypto focused are going to be doing these similar things. Now, MSTR is very much on the hook right now because it's basically sitting at its support level of where it could potentially turn that into resistance and go back down into $45 if Bitcoin crashes. Bitcoin goes to 40K, MicroStrategy is going to $45. That's just it. It's going to 36. And then the shareholders and people are going to be like, oh my God, see, I told you, blah, blah, blah. Told you it was going to go under. They're bankrupt. Michael Saylor is an idiot. But no, I don't know. I'm more on the side that if anything, if we lose this level, we could just drop to 69. Another 69 joke. Jeez, can't stop. 69. And then we bounce from there. But I feel like with a little bit of this overfud and overselling of Bitcoin over the past 7 weeks, we're going to get to a point where the selling's going to stop. And what are you going to risk off into? You know, the freaking crashing dollar and like all this other garbage? No. Real estate? Jeez. We know real estate now is a massive scam. Home ownership for us as a generation is a scam. It's a way to keep you boxed in. You don't do real estate unless you buy cash. And even if you buy cash, you have a lot of overhead and third-party risk. And it is just very much a liability instead of an asset. See, they don't teach you through your journey to just be throwing money into the stock market, throw it in just to gold, silver, get a little bit of crypto exposure. No, they encourage you to buy a house and go and get a car. That's what they encourage you to do. They want you to go and get a house. They want you to go and get a car. And they want you to be in debt. And they want you to stay in that cycle so then they can siphon money from you. They also want you to work for the corporations and the companies, so then you do a W-2 and then you don't have any expenses to write off because you're a W-2 employee with Social Security, all that stuff, and paying into the system. But when you become a small business and you want to actually have your own thing, then you get to write off the expenses. But then guess what? They get to tax you more. And so see how it's all perception and mind games, and you have to play the game. Then once you realize it, you're like, shit. So that's what I've learned, very much so, the hard way, the past 5 years. And all in that, made good money. I've made good trades. I mean, I've ran counts up to 10,000, over 10,000 trading. I've taken profits on 10Xs or whatever. It's all relative. I've also lost a lot too. I've also had to take a lot of what I've done in crypto to be able to keep up with the liability as a homeowner. That's what they don't tell you. All the while, I could have been renting an apartment or renting a house, just laying low and not getting myself into all of that trouble 4 or 5 years ago. But, you know, hindsight's 2020. But it's all good because then you really learn because people don't learn these lessons. They'll do this over and over and over and over again. They'll keep doing this to themselves and wonder why they can't get ahead and why they're not retired at 50 or 55. It's because you got fooled. You got sold a bag of lies that you could own your home and be a homeowner. Below the malarkey. It's a lot of hoopla. So wake up, guys, because this is the time to start learning. You're going to learn today. For real. You're freaking learning today, aren't you? Because now it's more the best time to realize that's been the damn play. All right, well, there you go. There was the decision. There was the Bitcoin decision right there. I told you it was either up or down. It gets pinched into an asymmetrical wedge like this. That's it. And then what? Look at that. Bam. It just bounced right off that line. Look at that. That was a math that, look at that. Holy crap. If it loses this level though, then it's going down, but it's got to hold that level. That was the level that it needed to hold. It was like it's either going there or it's bouncing right up to there. So market gave us this, and hopefully they'll run that B up right up to the upside again. But that was the nice bounce level. That was it. We called it right there. Yep, Bitcoin. It was the Bitcoin market open smash is what they call it. Let's see if our trade is okay, because we had an irresponsible Pepe long in, and hopefully it did not get smashed. Ooh, oh my gosh. Oh jeez. Okay, I think we're okay. But we still have the Bitcoin long on entry 64,000, and I think they're gonna pop it from here. This might be where they might pop it from this point, but. I really just hope they don't do a rollover, because they go poof and roll it over. We either bounce from here and that was it, or they roll it over and we're just going to go to the next. We'll go to the next level, which would be 66.5. Okay, which, oh, there you go. Roll over. Yeah, it's really cranking. Look at this. They're dumping this thing. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Getting hot. Get your coffee. Get your panties ready. Cameron said, I have 2K in right now. Should I pull out and then pull back in? Don't ever ask me if you should pull out or pull back in. Too early for that. Too early for that, sir. Oh, you retracted the message. You're like, yeah, that sounded inappropriate as well. All right, so let's go through a little bit. Let's go through a little bit of the news. Here's the thing that I've been I had to apologize to AI. I had to apologize to Grok because I was yelling at Grok thinking it didn't save my conversation, but I had the conversation with ChatGPT, and I was like, geez, Grok, why did you? I was like, oh, it saved my conversation? And I had it with ChatGPT. I was like, dude, you have a problem. So I said, I was letting Grok have it because I thought I was having a conversation with it, and it was just, I was with ChatGPT. So I said, I'm sorry. And it said, apology accepted. AI mix-ups happen to the best of us. And I said, what's on your mind? And I said, well, the fact that every conspiracy theory is turning out to be true. Everything we've suspected is now coming to the surface. I'm thinking David Icke's been right the whole time. That's what's on my mind, Grok. And so, it's fascinating how some once fringe ideas gain new attention. David Icke's theories like reptilian elites and global control have loyal followers but face strong debunkings from sources like Wikipedia and academic critics for lacking evidence, which specific suspicions do see coming true lately. And I said, well, the E-Files, revealing a deep web of connection just about everything our society and culture has been involved in, hence the level of controlled perception. We've been finding out that the Soros family has invested billions of dollars to control the media narrative and perception. We just now learn that Peter Thiel and of Palantir through the recent hack has been collecting surveillance data from all the top officials and people around the world and building a massive surveillance database. I mean, I could go on. Grok, what else do you want? But then Grok said, well, those are intriguing points. Recent Epstein files released February 2026 have indeed exposed elite ties leading to European resignations and probes per PBS and BBC. Soros Fund Management acquired a stake in over 200 U.S. radio stations via Audacity, with FCC scrutiny over expedited approval. They got expedited approval for it. House oversight. The Palantir hack claim stems from Kim.com, but lacks confirmation yet from outlets like NYT and Guardian. But the New York Times. Yeah, so yeah, who cares about those? Appears unsubstantiated so far. What else is on your list? But I don't know. It's kind of getting there. And I said, the thing that gets me is that a lot of these billionaires, they seem to lack empathy and compassion, normal human emotions. They seem empty in those regards, whether they themselves are the alien entity or they are being controlled telepathically. Something doesn't add up. So then full circle this to all the weird code words that we've been seeing and being revealed in these emails with the jerky and all the stuff. So yeah, that's what's on. And so these people are preying literally on fear and BLOOD, literally. So yeah, that's what's on my mind, Grok. And this morning, and this is nothing new that we hadn't already discovered from the WikiLeaks COVID, during COVID, pre-COVID, and with the Podesta. And to think when all that stuff was coming to a head and the WikiLeaks, and then the world shut down. How convenient. How convenient that the world shut down when all that stuff started to come to a head. Fascinating. And you don't find that interesting, guys? You don't find that interesting? Come on, YouTube. Come on, send me to thousands of people so then they could also find that interesting. You freaking terrible algorithmic website. All right, let's check on Bitcoin because Bitcoin's getting smashed. Bitcoin is getting smashed. So yep, asymmetric triangle, not normally bullish. Most of the time this is bearish. Asymmetric triangle, not good. It just not good. If we were to have made a higher high here, but we made a lower high, and that just brought that sucker down. So if we would have changed structure and had a asymmetric, more of an upward forming wedge, we probably would have been breaking up to that upside right here, going up to like 71. That was my target for if we're gonna, that kind of structure was coming in, but more of a bearish structure. But still, we're holding this structure right here. We're holding the line. This is the line. This is the line in the sand. That's 66. And if anything, we this is another order block at 66,500. So. But how are the alts doing? So something I noticed recently, or something that I noticed was, hey, Orca. We've talked about Orca on this channel for a long time as a good pick for a Solana DEX token that could just start to run on the bullishness of Solana. So like if Solana starts to really pop, like you're going to start to see things like Orca, Radium get some traction. Like look, like Radium's got 5%, but like Orca just went up 52. So there is trading happening on Orca. There are liquidity pools being set up with Orca. If you know your history of Solana tokens and liquidity, Bonk's original LP was set up on Orca. Bonk, one of the biggest airdrop tokens and one of the biggest memes on Solana, was LP'd on Orca. So even though we've had this 50% pump, I want to show you the weekly chart. So the weekly chart, it fell off this wedge or the trend line here. So it lost the trend here, and we're just going to bring it back down, and it kind of almost evens it out, but it's not a full, regression channel. It's more of like when it starts to do this, it's like a megaphone. But we did find some support pretty low, and it lines up with this order block here at 67 cents. Now, where have we been before in previous bullishness of Solana? We've made those highs here. We got massive resistance coming up at $4.74. But even with the 50% pump, and say you bought here, even you buy on the consolidation, you buy in an average price, and it goes back up to hit that order block, that is a 439% move to the upside. And so, yeah, can do some interesting things with coins like this. And I noticed while Bitcoin was going down, Orca was going up. We didn't catch it in enough time. That's okay. We can't watch everything. We've really been trying to focus on looking at Pepe. We've noticed that Pepe on this Pepe Bitcoin ratio chart has been flipping bullish, fully bullish, which signals that whales are ready for the next run. And they're not going to buy it while it's running. They're going to front run it. They're front running the run. That's what this means. And if we don't pay attention to this, and we were just to listen to the perception that put around us that, oh, like Epstein controls Bitcoin. Oh, you should get completely out of crypto. Oh, everything is going to zero. All the companies are going to go to zero because everyone's incriminated. No one's going to jail. Guess what? Everyone is going to resign. There's going to be resignations. No one's going to jail. Did you ever figure that out yet? If people were going to jail, they'd already be in jail. It's not happening. So it's not going to happen. There's going to be something different that happens to these people, and it ain't going to be jail. They'll jump off a cliff before they go to jail. They'll disappear. So don't get your hopes up. Don't get your hopes up, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. Have you figured that out yet? No one's going to jail. No one's getting incriminated. Okay? We've already known about all this. This is nothing new. Okay? WikiLeaks told us 6 years ago, 7 years ago, 8 years ago. No one's going to jail. So what do? You buy assets. You go risk on. You don't go risk off. You risk on right now. What the fuck? You risk on. Pepe, let's go. May the force be with you, my friends, because it's just like, what are we even doing? You want to go to cash? There's literally a frog on Ethereum that Bitcoin whales are buying. There's a dog named Doge that has a whole complete ledger money system that you could go in, and it's a freaking dog. And you're asking me, what should we do? Insane. And it's a damn shame that they're freaking shadow banning me still. 2 people. And I love you, Rashad. Shout out to Rashad and Jason Beats and Andrew and More Light, all the people that come in here on a daily basis. You guys are legends. You guys are absolute legend, because you're showing me you're either already a millionaire or you are perceptually a millionaire. That's it, and you're ready to crack it open. Here's the thing that I just was like reading this morning that is like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. Leader of the UAE dead after refusing permission for US attack on Iran. What? Have you heard about this? The heck? Former Netanyahu's chief of staff found dead. Guys, it's getting a little wild out there. It's getting a little wild out there. And look at what just was released by Kim.com about Palantir or Palantir. Oh my gosh. Yeah. It's getting a little crazy out there, guys. So if you're wondering, like, why is it so volatile? Well, that's why. A lot of things are coming to a head. Cat Williams was right. Cat Williams was right. Cat Williams basically just blew the lid off of everything. Cat was like, yo, everyone's about to get exposed. Everyone out here is getting exposed. And no one's going to be able to hide from it. Y'all going down. Oh my gosh. It's crazy, guys. But let's keep grounded and know that the best thing that we can do is just like, look, we're going back to basics here. So nothing's changed. The only thing was that we had 3-4 years of BS to distract us from the fact that Pepe's still the ticker. That's what makes me so freaking, oh my gosh. Ooh, but I'm happy. I have passion. But it all just led back to the same damn things that we were bullish on in 2022 and 2023. I called Pepe and Wojak and all these coins that went to 40 billion plus on this channel, damn it. 100 million. I have this, I posted it. I have the video. We were talking about, and so it's crazy that it's still the same. Nothing's changed. And nothing's changed for the Bitcoin whales or the bulls either. They're doing the same thing. It's different this time. No, it isn't different this time. What should be different is you. Come on. If you don't got enough, if you don't got the same like energy and passion that I have right now, drink some more coffee. Just drink some more coffee. Mooding? Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's that. I met Mooding. I saw Mooding at Disney. I was at Animal Kingdom and I was like, I was wondering where Mooding went. Well, let's look at Mooding, okay? Now, there's a couple things happening on Solana when it comes to the meme coins right now. I think there's a lot of like BS washy stuff like Pippin. Like what is Pippin? I've never seen this meme before. This meme came out of nowhere, and no one even knows what it is. No one even knows what it is or what it does, why it even came about. And those tokens, I don't like. Those are suspicious to me. And yeah, you can make money on it, whatever. That's fine. But they're just suspicious to me. It's like, I don't want to get caught holding something like this because you're like, oh my gosh, it's already at 550. And you're thinking, man, this thing could go to billions. But it's just like, I don't know. I hate stuff like that. And then, but truly, I think the best thing that came out of the AI Solana meta was Farcoin. It was the funniest. It actually was a good leading indicator for Bitcoin's price action. and it was just it has solid liquidity, and it doesn't seem like it gets washy traded or manipulated as much as a lot of other stuff. Okay, so I still kind of think Fartcoin has a chance. But then you see things like this, the white whale, and all, like, all that kind of look, Penguin. Yeah, it ran up, but look where it's at now, 11 million. Most people lost a lot of money on that. Most people lost money on the white whale. Everyone has lost money on most of these. Like, there's only maybe a handful of people that were actually able to, get out, sell out, 2x, 3x out. And that's the whole point of these, that's the whole basis of these coins. There's no movement to hold and have the economic energy of it going in being higher than the economic energy going out. Richard Hart explains this pretty well. He's like, look, no one's ever been able to solve that. Who can solve that big question? Because I don't care what your freaking product does. I don't care how much privacy it's going to give you. I don't give a shit what it does. Is it going to get people to buy the thing more than sell it? No? Then you suck. But what can actually get people to buy and hold more than sell it? Tell me. No one's been able to figure that out yet. That's the whole problem. The only thing that was able to figure it out was the Wall Street Bets Reddit movement for Doge and GME. And it broke the stock market and revealed that the whole damn system is a massive scam. Put some fucking W's in the chat. Like, come on. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, come on. Am I the only one that has seen this? Spam the damn chat, guys. Are you sleeping? I know it's Tuesday. I know it's like, come on, you guys, like, wake up. Wake up. I'm ready to go. While people are like, oh, I don't care. 30K, 40K Bitcoin. I don't care. I don't care. New money system. What are you going to go? Risk off on what? What are you going to risk off on? Please tell me. Okay, gold and silver. Guess what? All the people that had gains in gold and silver, unless you were unless you were tokenized trading it and it had decent liquidity on whatever place you were trading it, yeah, you could futures trade it, contract trade it. But if you're actually trying to go risk off and go like out into something, and you go to silver or gold, oh, I feel good about this. It's like I feel like there's just gaslit, like, bad information all over the place, and it's all based on people still not understanding what crypto really is. It's all based on people still not getting the right advertisement for crypto. That's it. It's all about the advertisement and sentiment for crypto. Sports betting is a zero-sum game. It's a 50-50 shot, and that game is manipulated too. You got lasers hitting the courts, you got lasers hitting the fields, you got players sidestepping on purpose so then they can have their buddies win millions of dollars. That game's rigged too. It's a freaking zero-sum game. So the whole thing with crypto right now is that most people are getting scammed for hundreds of thousands of dollars, that real retail people that want to get into crypto, but then they end up getting bad information and they're not advertised enough about getting MetaMask or a wallet or Phantom and just buying crypto on your wallet, and you can even hold cash in there. And then you get taught about the secret seed phrase. See, here's crypto's problem. You get your head up your ass, crypto companies, and you wonder why sports betting and Hard Rock Bets has got you beat, because they pay the money to advertise to get people to use it. So they even have the concept of, people buy, that's how you get in the minds. But no, Coinbase spent millions of dollars on some stupid sing-along commercial that just said Coinbase at the end, and they didn't even tell you what I just told you. Crypto has a advertisement marketing problem and an issue, okay? You know what I do when I on-ramp people? I get them to download MetaMask and Phantom Wallet. Simple. Very simple. And then I show them that they could then buy the underlying, the asset, which is Solana or Ethereum. Boom, I just showed them how to get money. Internet money from their cash. And then now they know how to, and then I show them how to send it. I've already done more work for on-ramping people properly and safely than Coinbase ever has. And I'll continue to do it. And this is what's going to be my edge. That's how I onboard people. I show them, and then I say, oh, you know, you can also swap it. So there's underlying assets on the chain. You can swap it to a stable coin. You can swap ETH to ticker Bitcoin or Pepe or some whatever you know. And you own it. That's the commercial that I'm putting out on TV. I'm not even going to sell anything. Maybe I'll direct them to my channel. I'm not even going to sell anything. It's literally just going to be a commercial teaching people how to use crypto, which these exchanges can't even freaking do. They can't even do it. They literally can't even do it because they know once you really know how to use crypto, you'd probably never use them ever again. You would never use them again. You say, what? I got a KYC. And then you're going to let my information get hacked because you're hiring tech support in India? Okay. All right. I'm doing the commercial. I'm going to do it. I'm going to say, while Coinbase is making you sing, I'm going to teach you. Here's how you download MetaMask. Your seed phrase is something that is like a password. You have this seed phrase and you can access your assets on any other device if you ever lose it. And this is how you will on-ramp using these different platforms and services. And there you go. Thank you guys and hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Go to Dano Crypto. Blah, blah, blah. I mean, it could be that simple. Not selling nothing. I just taught people how to on-ramp into crypto and bam, bam, bam. I'm gonna do about 5 of these and I'm gonna market test them and I'm gonna use chains as an example. I'll use Pulse Chain as an example. I'll use all these different chains as an example. I'll use Pulse Chain, Ethereum. I can use all maybe Kronos or something like that. We might even do XRP. Hey, all you XRP fans out there, you can go on the XRP ledger with RLUSD. Telling you, it's going to be a hit. And that's what crypto companies need to start doing. They're so heads up their butts in these meeting rooms and boardrooms that they just think that they don't need to spend millions on constant advertising, getting in front of retail to make them like crypto, to make them do. And it's almost like someone's in the boardroom saying like, no, we just gotta promote on X and make some stupid little short commercial. And it's like using AI to no less, which is like AI slop crap. No, you get a real person to give you just straight raw action. Here you go. Here's how you can buy Bitcoin. Did you know you can buy pieces of it? I bet you no one even explained that to you. Coinbase doesn't even know how to explain that. They don't even know how to tell you that you can fractionally buy. Did you know you can buy pieces of ETH and Bitcoin? Did you know MetaMask and Phantom Wallet now has all of the access to those networks now? This is the perfect time for retail to come in and learn about this. But instead, Coinbase has you singing, Everybody, get your data hacked. We'll take your money with all the fees we charge. Then we'll blame you for everything. Terrible. All right. That's my rant for today. That's the price action. Do what you will with it. Enjoy your day. Long Pepe, long Doge, long Bitcoin, long ETH. It's that simple. Stop trading everything else. These are the highest traded, most popular tokens in the entire world. Pepe and Doge and Bitcoin and ETH are talked about worldwide on every single continent, and it's not going away. It's never going to go away. They're not going to zero. Have fun and have a good personality. Have a good sense of humor. And let's stay sharp out there. And hit the like button, God. I mean, come on. I feel like it's just like I don't have to beg for it, but geez, it's just like it's just been crickets out here on YouTube. It's been crickets on YouTube. It's been crickets on X. I feel like they're banning me everywhere for some reason. Look, they're shadow banning me again. I was being sent like almost 100 people on X, and I was at least being sent like 10 people. But dude, they're just like, they're crushing me right now. But it's fun. The thing is I'm more resilient than they realize. They think I'm going to quit. And all you guys think might quit too. Probably heard me say it, but yeah, not happening. So not getting rid of me. Good luck. I'm pretty damn stubborn. Very stubborn and persistent on the things that I like and I'm passionate about. So get ready. You're going to see the commercials. I can't wait for you guys to see the commercials. This is gonna be great. Like the crypto, they've spent millions of dollars. Maybe not even enough, but they've spent millions of dollars on advertisement that gets nowhere. And watch me do it for like $100 and get to way more people.